Time. See?
Now you gotta start over because you dumb.
Oh no. Oh gosh, I hate
You
this.
you need to put yourself into the Zoom call. I think that's the issue.
That's not it. The issue is I was muted, and I muted all of us. You couldn't hear anything.
Oh well, you still need to put yourself in the Zoom call.
Well, I'll do that at the break,
Okay.
and then I'll just switch it around. Because
Now
I
I'm
have to
having
switch
to.
around the overlay a little bit.
Okay.
All right. This is episode 6 of Diademia Aftermath. I'm going to try and say everything I just said in like 30 seconds or less. So, our heroes arrive at the Riviera Manor and they come across a person named Uriah who Lindy tried to attack by using Misty Step, and they came to an agreement, and by they, I mean Rhodey, decided that they all should meet in the dining room, and then they all found out who Uriah was. He works for the Riviera people, mostly for Vladimir before his death, and then before they could go any further, they are attacked by this creature, mostly because they are trying to go into the basement area of the Riviera Manor, and they get attacked by a Harbinger, which, for those that were watching, what's it called? What was it called? Tales of Diademia would know what like a Harbinger is, but basically it's like this really skeletal, ghastly being that does a lot of reverse attacks. Basically, the gist of it is if you attack it at any point when it attack, it will mimic the attack back at you. After a couple of rounds, many of the heroes were able to take down some of these wisps or ghastly spirits that also appeared. And let's see, what else? Oh yes, Uriah, Alindi, and Arya were all given choices of whether or not to show mercy or death when it came to killing these spectral spirits. The only one that showed mercy was Arya, and the rest of them decided to, do as they do and kill them. So that in turn, caused Uriah and Alindi to be brought into this ethereal realm where they came across Vladimir, and we all know that Vladimir is dead because we speak about him all the time. Vladimir assured Alindi that if he is here, he is most likely dead, and that is not a good thing. Alindi decided to do as he does and sacrifice himself in order for Uriah to go back in one piece. However, in the process, he is brought back to his body, which had tumbled down a flight of stairs, to a crying Arya, who was more or less trying to use cure wounds and anything else that she could to bring Alindi back, to no avail. However, after a while, Alindi's spirit form came back into his body, and ultimately, he got back up. Uriah, on the other hand, actually, that was thanks to Rhodey using, was it Revivify? I don't know.
Greater rest? No, not
She
greater
used
restoration. It
She
was
used
something.
some kind of spell.
It was lesser restoration.
Lesser Restoration.
Which ends curses, by the way, and this was said to be a curse by our DM. Now, if he retcons that, yeah,
Got him.
Would I do something like that? Anyways, she uses it on Alindi and Uriah, and ultimately they're both brought back. However, when Arya looks at Uriah for the first time, he looks like a spectral Reaper type being before it fades away and Uriah is standing before him. Arya is more or less terrified, and before our group can more or less catch their breath, rewind a little bit back to when before they both disappeared, Alindi and Home Slice McGee. A new character showed up named Maylee. She was trying to catch up on everything, and then when the Harbinger attacked, it disappeared, and it took with them Maylee and Joseph. But yeah, we are now back at where we were, where they were all more or less drawn into this darkness after they tried to catch up in the dining room once again, and now they are surrounded by this darkness and no one knows what's going on. Let's see. Who do we want to do first? Alindy!
I don't know. You may want to check the chat first.
Dude,
I
we
already
don't.
seen your monster drop. I'm gonna make it
I don't
monster
even have
drop
my full
directly on you. Just
I don't
so
even have a full
Karma
selection
can
of
have a
spell
whole-
slots anymore, and you've done this.
I
whole
know.
thing. Alindy, you find yourself in darkness.
Well, you got to bring me into the Tailspire so I can actually see where I'm at.
There's no Tailspire today. Have you been paying attention? It's theater of the mind.
Oh, I didn't know we were not doing
It's
Tailspire. I
your
wasn't paying
brain
attention.
noggin.
Tisk
no.
tisk, Moto.
That's what
What do I
happens
do
when
now?
you look for a picture for like 20 hours. Anyways, you are surrounded by darkness and things start to fade in, but only slightly. You see a table in front of you with an empty chair, and around that is other chairs that have like these shade-covered people kind of like playing cards back and forth. And
I'm
each
gonna take
card
a
that goes down is like a black shadowy card, but the only thing that's more or less visible is like the table and the chairs.
I'm gonna take a seat at the table and see what happens.
You take a seat and you hear a voice that says, "Are you in or out?"
Oh, I'm in.
You say that, and some cards get dealt to you. They all look shadowy, but there's about 4 cards in front of you.
Can I even read the cards, or they're just dark?
Oh, well, if you're looking at them, they're just dark. They're just shadows.
I just. So they dealt me in. I
Mhm.
can't see the cards.
Well, you haven't done anything with the cards. They just dealt cards to you.
Right. So I'm looking at the cards to see what they are.
If you pick up the cards,
I'm like picking up the cards. I'm looking at. I'm in the game, dog.
okay, you pick up the cards, and each of the cards start to fade in an image. To the far left of your hand is an image of Rhodey. Next to that is an image of Arya, followed by a direwolf version of Arlo, to which you're familiar, and then finally an image of Uriah. And they all kind of like look at you. It's your go.
All in, gentlemen.
So they set some coins down to match yours.
And then I just lay my cards out. I have no idea how I'm playing this game.
They all look at you kind of weird, and they're like, "You have to pick one, sir."
I'm picking Uriah because I don't know what's going on, and I don't really know Uriah.
Dang! Just bust. Here you go.
throwing him to the wolves.
Wow.
I knew it was
dog.
coming. I knew it was
I don't
coming.
know you. Who are you? Okay, well, this is my trash card, so.
So you throw out your Uriah card. As soon as it lands down, it turns back into a shadow. They all throw respective cards out. They all just appear to be shadows, and then the cards like fade from the room. Looks at you. Are you calling or raising?
I've already gone all in, big dog. I ain't got no more monies.
Okay, then put your next card down.
Rhodey's capable, so I'm going Rhodey.
Watch like it progressively gets more difficult, so you're just putting the last cards with like really high level. Oh, so your Rhodey card goes out. Again, it turns into shadow. They do the same. Shadow cards all fade.
Well, did I win?
You still have 2 cards.
How does this game even work?
You'll see.
All right, I'm going Direwolf.
Direwolf goes out, turns into a shadow. Same. Last card. They just throw their cards out because they don't have any more at that point, and they're just waiting for you.
All right, throw my last card out.
As soon as you do this, as soon as you throw out all your cards, the table itself kind of like gleams over, and this like light kind of like starts to emerge from the center of the table and branches outward. And you watch as like a scenic terrain kind of like starts to form, and the first image is an image of Uriah, and you see him surrounded by. Do a history check.
22.
Okay. You see him surrounded by what you would assume to be like werewolves, if you had to pick. Those images fade away, and then next is an image of Rhodey, and around her seems to be she kind of seems to be inside of a cave, if you will.
Okay, so Uriah is surrounded by like werewolves, and then Rhodey's in a cave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, continue.
The image of her fades away. Next is a picture of a direwolf, and he seems to be like falling through the air, more or less. There's like clouds and stuff falling past him. It fades away. Finally, it's Arya, and she seems to be in what appears to be a contained like crypt. There's a lot of gravestones and things of that nature around her, and she's looking around a little bit unsure and slightly worried.
Okay.
And they look at you and they're like,
Arya's always
Why
slightly
hast
worried.
thou forsaken me?
they look at you, they're like,
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're my only hope.
oh no. Do you not know how to play this game?
Nope.
Well, each turn you have the option to save one, injure one, and potentially kill one. However, if you use one of your options when it's your turn the next time, you only have the 2 remaining options. So,
Hi, guys.
Sorry, you're. All right, let's play the game. All right, so where do we start?
well, it's your go. Out of the 4 cards that you dealt, who would you like to save?
All right, we're gonna go save Arya. Poor kid's terrified.
It goes over to the next guy, and the guy's like, I want to kill Arya. And it goes to the next person. I want to injure the wolf. And it goes to the last person. I guess I will save the other girl. And it's back to you.
Am I the other girl?
Yes.
Other woman.
All right, I'm going to injure the direwolf.
Oh, God. Is that double injure on the direwolf?
Yep.
Okay. Goes to the next guy. I am going to save the what's his name? Uriah, essentially, you say.
Finally.
It goes over. It's like I'm going to kill Rhodey. And then it goes to the last person and it says I am going to
You're welcome to try.
injure the direwolf?
Jesus, that's like 3 times.
I need to keep track of this. Finally, it goes back to you. And it's your turn again, Alendi.
I'll kill myself.
That's not an option.
You never said it wasn't an option.
We just said it.
You can't change the rules while we're in the middle of a game.
The other guy speaks up. You said you didn't even know the rules.
Exactly. It sounds like you're changing them to me.
Well, out of the two remaining,
Out of the two remaining, what?
between Uriah and Rhodey, who do you want to save?
Well, I know Rhodey. I don't really know this Uriah character, so I guess I'll save Rhodey.
And Uriah
Understood.
just getting the short end of the stick.
So, injured.
For all those who think I'm an asshole for hurting the dire wolf, I didn't kill the dire wolf. I figured the dire wolf could handle a little pain. Now, Uriah, I'm sorry, dog. Dang,
So,
blame Stacks for
essentially
this.
you're
That's all I'm saying.
That you're gonna kill Uriah. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're trying to save. Okay. So you speak, and everything kind of goes like black again, and the table's gone. Everyone's gone, and you're just standing
Face
there
is
in the
gone.
darkness.
Hey, guys, it's dark in here. I thought we were playing a game.
You don't get any response.
Well, that's just rude.
Meanwhile, Uriah, you're standing there in front of these dire wolves, and it doesn't look good. Or not dire wolves, in front of these werewolves, and it doesn't look good. Like, you're not, afraid of a fight, but you also know when you're kind of outnumbered. And they come and, like, 3 of them, like, slash at you, and they hit, and you're just like, well, fuck. And then, finally, the last one comes, and it just, like, bites down on you. And, like,
Eats my
everything
throat out.
goes black. Meanwhile, for Arlo,
Oh no!
Arlo's falling pretty rapidly. Not exactly sure where he's falling to, probably to his death. But as he does, these like wisps of very fast wind start like cutting into him, almost like before he has a chance to see where the next one's coming from. Like it comes from a different direction and like cuts into him. And he's just like bleeding out as he's like falling out of the sky.
Poor Arlo!
So Arya, you find yourself in this crypt. Can I have you do a perception check?
Dead.
21.
You watch in horror as these skeletal creatures start to crawl out of the gravestones and other things that are nearby, which as you look, this entire room is just like filled with them. At least maybe 50 to 60 undead skeletons just like
Oh
crawling
my
out.
god!
One of them like grabs at your leg. Can I have you make a dexterity save?
That's a 26.
Okay, it grabs at your leg, and you manage to see and kind of hear its bones crickling at you, and you move out of the way just in time. However, you notice that like this eerie greenish glow in the room, it's like starting to fade, so it's making it harder to see all these creatures and where they might be coming from.
Oh, great.
Rhodey, you're in a
Cave.
and make a perception check.
23.
You look and kind of like listen. You hear like the sound of running water, like dripping off in the distance. The cave's pretty dark, however, I think. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay. You're able to like see enough through where the walls and everything are, so you're not like walking into walls. What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Produce Flame. I'm going to hold the ball of fire kind of just, above my hand and get ready for anything that might come out. I'm gonna. Did you say there's like a tunnel part of a cave, or am I just in a like enclosed cave? There's nowhere to go.
You're kind of like in the tunnel-y portion of the cave. If you look to your left and right, you have about maybe 10 to 15 feet, give or take, depending on where you're walking, between one wall to the other of like this rocky substance.
Okay, and I'll just randomly choose one direction to walk down the tunnel.
Okay. Uriah, make a death save. Why does it always minimize that?
Is it just a D20?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a D20
Okay.
roll. Oh no!
Oh my god!
I don't even know if I want to look at that, but I will just
Don't.
be.
Don't.
No, don't. Don't.
Oh, here we go.
God,
No!
you put a curse on him, and then this happened. Because it was a curse, and I removed it with lesser restoration.
Most useless character cameo ever.
Oh my god. Who would be next? I guess back to Arya. What are you doing now that you see that you're kind of like surrounded by all these skeletal creatures?
She's gonna try to cast levitate on herself.
Okay.
Where is it at? Yeah, levitate, concentration, up to 10 minutes. Do I need to technically make the save on myself if I wanted to use it?
No.
All right, cool. I am using levitate, and I am 20 feet above these skeletons.
Okay. You cast the spell and you start to levitate in the air. Some of them like try to grab at you like very slowly because they're skeletons, and you're just like, don't touch me. Alindy,
Yep.
make a
I'm not making shit.
perception check. It's okay. You only killed your entire crew. It's fine.
That'll be all right. Oh.
What was that?
Nothing.
A 7. Nice. Yeah, it's still dark. Rhodey.
It just gets worse and worse.
Yes.
As you start to maneuver through this tunnel, you eventually see like an opening, a clearing. You come to the portion where like the pathway to the tunnel stops because like it's a cut off clearing, and as you look out, there seems to be like a river of acid just like pooled down below you, about maybe 30-40 feet from where you are perched up currently from that tunnel view.
Okay, so I'm going to whisper to myself, well, Solus, I think this is a good time for you to come out and help. And my wildfire spirit will appear 15, no, would you say 30 feet? 30 feet down there by the acid river. And
Okay.
then I'm just going to use my movement to start walking down there, and I'm going to keep an eye out for anything that around that might attack me.
Okay. Now where you are is kind of like a perch, so you would probably have to climb down if you were going to.
Like how far?
The 30 feet. I mean, there's from where you are, you could see like a kind of like a ledge to stand on again, maybe
Oh.
15 feet down.
Well, if I'd have known that, I apologize. I would have cast or had my wildfire spirit Solus like appear next to me, because then she could have teleport me down there.
Okay, so you just like appear next to the river
Yeah.
of acid, more or less. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all are down there. From what you can tell, it's definitely acid. Like some of the rocks that are like falling down into it are like instantly vaporizing as it hits the pool. But it does seem to lead up and down as far as the tracks of like which way you could go.
So like either way down the river,
Yeah,
up,
you can
up
either
the river
go
or down the
the
river.
river or like make your way up the river.
Huh.
On like
Let's-
obviously like the safer walking portion of the
Yeah. Is there? What do I see on the other side of the river?
It's more or less just like
me.
a full wall of rock. Kind
Okay,
of like,
so there's no bank on the other side. It's
Yeah,
just like a steep cliff. Okay. All right, then I'll just walk upriver then,
okay.
keeping my eye out for anything that might come try to push me in, because that's just rude, and it wouldn't surprise me if you did that.
Alendi, that perception check though. Can I have you make another one? This time maybe open your eyes.
Uh, 15 this time around.
Okay, sweet. That's at least better. You watch as the darkness kind of like fades away again, and before you is a Harbinger creature that you saw in that area back there in the kitchen cellar place.
So I just see this creature and that's it.
Yeah, it's just like standing there, like staring at you.
Well, hello. Can I help you? I'll take that as a no. Do I have any of my weapons on me?
Yeah, you have everything that you had when you, fell downstairs. Whatever.
Plus my spells. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at him.
Go to hit.
$28.
Yep, it hits. Roll for damage.
$20.
Okay. And in kind, you see a darker firebolt form and shoot towards you. Let me see.
Yay! I'm gonna die.
He's the best captain, not the smartest captain, but he's the best captain we got. Does a 24 hit? Of course it hits because I'm.
Nope, it sure doesn't.
I'm looking at your character sheet as I'm rolling from your character
It sure
sheet.
doesn't.
And you take 14 points of fire damage.
Okay, well, how much did this person take?
The 20 that you hit it with.
All right.
You hear from behind you. Captain, what are you doing?
Not really sure. What should I be doing? I mean, obviously, you have more insight than I do.
Yeah, that's a Harbinger. It's a Harbinger mare.
So I shouldn't attack him.
I mean, unless you like getting attacked.
So then how do I get out of here, Itch?
You just get out of here?
That's not very helpful, Itch.
Well, maybe I want something from you.
Well, I've tried talking to it and it won't answer me.
Did you talk to it in common?
Sure.
I don't think it speaks common.
Okay, I've talked to it in Elvish.
I don't think it speaks Elvish.
Well, then we're screwed.
Do you want me to talk to it?
Go for it, Itch.
What do you want me to say?
How do I get out of here? It's fairly simple.
Itch looks over at the Harbinger and it says, the captain wants to know how can he get out of here, because he doesn't know how to get out of here. And you watch as the Harbinger, like, points to the right, and its finger, twirls a little bit, and this, like, portal opens up. I think it
I'm
wants
walking
you to go
through
in
the
there.
portal.
Okay, here we go. And Itch follows. Once you enter the portal, you find yourself in the Shadowfell area in front of, what did I name her? I'm never prepared. But basically that lady in the Shadowfell.
Okay, and then I'm gonna leave the
Slum.
Shadowfell realm. Like, hey, Mom, what's up? Quick question. If I leave from here and go back to the real world, will I just go back to the shadow place that I was at?
Who are you asking? Are you asking
lady.
his mom? She looks at you. The area that you were just in is kind of the part of the Shadowfell area that has been abandoned.
Okay. Well, how do we unabandon it?
You would have to claim it as part of your kingdom.
Cool,
in
claimed.
Shadowfell. It's not that easy, I'm afraid.
Why do you have to make everything so difficult?
I was not the one that made it difficult. Your mother was the one that made it difficult.
Can I pull people out of that world?
Potentially.
Then let's do that. Let me guess, it's going to be more difficult than that.
Yes.
Well, then what do I need to do to start this process?
Blood would be the first start.
Your blood?
And she just, like, looks at you like, no.
Yes, 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 I know. Where should I put this blood? Because obviously it's just not cutting myself and bleeding all over the floor.
She goes over and grabs a goblet and hands it over to you.
Now, how much blood do I need?
Enough.
Alright, slits wrist and starts dumping blood into this thing.
So Alindy's like dropping his blood into this goblet. She looks at you. That should be enough.
Oh, I don't know how to stop it now.
Maybe a bandage?
Cauterize it.
Oh gosh. So as you finish, she looks at you. Well, you're going to have to drink it now.
Oh, that's not sanitary.
It's your blood.
Down the hatch. Go, go, go.
Oh god. Roll a Constitution save.
Oh, come on.
Oh god.
I can't even get like a dex save. Jesus.
How do you dexterily drink blood?
19.
Okay, you don't like it, but you manage to swallow the amount that you put into the goblet. As soon as you finish, your eyes kind of like glaze over and they turn dark, and you see back into this sort of dark realm, and you hear in your voice noggin, brain noggin, your brain juice, the voice from Svam, I'm speaking to you. Your mother, before she gave over claim of the Shadowfell realm, created this area where the Harbinger dwells. The Harbinger thirsts for death, more or less.
Blood of the innocent. What?
Or
However,
Arya.
Since it is a construct of the Shadowfell, it technically should still abide by your command.
So I just have to speak and say, hey, stop doing that, and it'll stop? Or let me guess, it's going to be more complicated than that.
No, essentially now that you are fully sewn in, you should be able to control it.
Well, let's see how this works. So, Harbinger!
It literally like appears right next to you.
Ah! Hey, don't jump out of nowhere, Jesus!
You hear into your mind, "Sorry, master. What do you wish?"
Bring Rhodey, Arya, Arlo, and that random one back here.
In a second, it waves its hand, and you watch as a very scared, floating Arya, a very confused Rhodey, passed out Uriah, and
Very dead Uriah.
very injured direwolf appear in front of you.
Ooh, wow. Y'all aren't looking so well.
So Rhodey sees Uriah and Arlo and casts Mass Cure Wounds.
Yeah. Shut up, kid.
Oh no!
I got you. I got you, Brent. I got you.
Hold on.
That poor
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My son wanted an apple.
Y'all get mad at him for wanting healthy stuff.
He couldn't walk in the middle of someone else's scene. It had to be in the middle of mine.
I'm gonna beat you, child.
He's only 8. He's 8.
You will get Rhodey's wrath.
What was I doing? Oh, I was gonna cast
healing wounds.
mass cure wounds.
Can I cast cure wounds on Rhodey's kid? Apparently, how to get beat.
Where the heck is it? Oh my god, I'm so confused all of a sudden.
Oh.
He's watching this. I'm sorry, little buddy.
No, he's not. He's like, I just want to take an apple outside, Dad. Okay, here we go. 3d8 plus 5. 21 points of healing.
Uriah, you watch as the blood goes back into your brain juice and your eyes spring open, and you're now surrounded by your friends.
And so
Everybody, calling
everybody,
us. Ooh.
everybody in the party gets 21 points of healing because I can, I should probably have just used 2 smaller cure wounds spells, but mass
I
cure
really
wounds
need
work.
to stop waking up like this.
And that's it. Y'all are all
Ooh, I
kind of
feel
on the
much
verge
better.
between the Shadowfell and this pocket dimension of where he had to like draw you all out of.
No need for thanks. You're welcome, everyone.
Arya doesn't even know what to say. She's just she calls off the levitate spell. She gently lands to her feet, and she goes over to Arlo and checks on him as he's kind of like looking at her, reassuring that he's okay.
The captain got scared because he was playing this card game, and you all got.
Itch. Nobody needs to know the details. It's okay.
Wait, what? Wait, what? There was a card
What?
game.
No, there was. I noticed that you were all in dire danger, and I saved you.
Oh, so you weren't in danger?
Yes, sure. I had to cut my own wrist to save you guys.
Oh,
Well, thank
I'm
you,
sorry.
Captain.
thank you for your sacrifice.
Oh, I do what I can for my crew.
Do you always sweat when you lie, Captain?
Shut up, Itch. Nobody asked you.
Well, Captain, what are we gonna do now?
That is a great question. Itch, take them back to the real world, please.
Okay. And poof.
What a
Yep.
Nope.
Like Vince.
All right.
This is a Road Rules Real World crossover event.
Oh my god. Just like, I'm going to try and talk to the captain and gone.
So, Alinda, you're back there with Svom, and she looks at you. You might find that your power is increased now that you've acquired new territory.
That's handy.
But you shouldn't be attacked by, the Harbinger anymore. It's
Is there a
under your
reason
rule.
why he attacked us in the first place?
Your mother assigned it to kill anyone connected to Vladimir's death.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
But essentially, you can control it. You can also shape the Harbinger to look anything like you wish. Probably something a bit more family-friendly, and essentially it has the same capabilities.
I want him to look like a jester.
A clown?
Yes, a clown.
If that's what you want it to look like.
Yep.
I heard that those look like blue-skinned tieflings. Never mind.
And now the Harbinger is even scarier.
Okay, send me back to my friends.
Of course. And you like fade and you appear back in. You all actually appear back in the dining room. This time, Alindi's just fading in at that moment.
Well, hello, everyone. Looks like y'all had the time of your life.
If you want to say that, I guess.
Well, now that I've used up all my spell slots, can we take a long rest?
Of course, everybody rest.
This wouldn't have anything to do with where Joseph is, does it?
That's true. We still need to find Joseph.
I really did not like that dream where the wolf ripped my
Well-
throat out.
Hey, Captain, I wonder if maybe... Wait, DM, did we know about that room before? We just couldn't get to it any longer?
Yeah, we still can't get to it.
Right, but did we know about it?
Essentially, Lindy's the only one out of you all that's been in there.
But he talked about it, right?
Yeah, that's where y'all were essentially heading.
Right.
It's just like
Okay. So Captain, I wonder if you're able to, if we were to go back into your shadow realm where you're all powerful, if you would be able to send us to that room. I know it's like a pocket dimension somewhere else, but if you could send us from one dimension to another, I wonder if you could send us directly to that dimension.
Well, it's worth a shot. Let's try it. After
right.
after our long rest, after we rest.
DM, do we get a long rest?
Yeah, essentially, if y'all decide not to do anything too ostentatious, you all can long rest at the manor.
Okay, nothing ostentatious, long rest, and then something ostentatious.
Yeah, like plane shifting into a different realm to try and get into that area.
It's not a bad idea. It was pretty original, I thought. Finding ways to overcome your trickery.
Uriah is really not used to just jumping to different planes. Within like 10 minutes of each other, too.
We slept. We slept a long time since the last time.
Yeah, it's been like most of y'all are elves, like 7 hours at least.
What time is it currently?
You wake up and it is about 10 o'clock at night.
Okay, so Arya is a wolf now, and Arlo is up and walking.
Yep.
Good. Arlo kind of meets up with everyone in the dining room. Well, did everyone get their beauty sleep?
No, I haven't had a full 12 hours of meditation.
Oh, you poor thing.
I know.
Well, should we try what we discussed earlier today?
And let's do it. Snap, we're there.
Make a
No, I'm not
Constitution
making
save.
any Constitution saving throws.
Who? All of us?
No, just Captain.
14.
You get there and you kind of like fall to one knee, and take. Oh, those dice are loud. 11 points of psychic damage.
I told you I needed my 12 hours of beauty rest. You don't listen.
Apparently so. You don't have to be such a drama queen, Cap.
Oh, the agony.
But essentially, you're in this very cultish looking sacrificial chamber area.
Oh, I love what they did with the place.
I'm
All right,
definitely
well-
gonna hire their decorator for sure.
Do we see any signs of Joseph?
Anyone that is, make a perception check.
That was almost a fucking nat one. Oh my god. 21.
Arlo notices first that there is a trail of like drips of blood, kind of.
Well, what do we have here? Hey, guys, I think I found something.
Is it tomato sauce?
I don't know, Captain. Why don't you taste it for yourself?
Captain tastes it. That's
You're right.
not tomato sauce.
Uriah takes a deep breath in and says, "That is definitely blood."
I know, it tastes irony.
And how would you know that, Yuria? You're not a vampire now, are you?
Hey,
Yeah.
what now?
Who says that?
Just kinda
You're not
chuckles-
a vampire now.
chuckles-
Everyone knows what blood tastes like.
He chuckles a
Everyone.
little bit. Yeah, are you a vampire? Gives him an awkwardly suspicious look.
What,
I mean,
what?
Alendi was a
no.
vampire at one point.
You're a vampire, turns
He
into
was
bat
a
and flies away.
Fake vampire. He's one of those glittering
Oh,
Twilight vampires.
That's so rude.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when you just whore yourself out the first few episodes.
I've simply been around a lot of blood in my work.
Right. And what's your work exactly?
You
He's
know
like
who I
rusty
worked for.
pennies.
Well, don't forget other. No, well, never mind.
What?
Oh, no.
Who said that?
The
Who
captain's
said
just like,
who said rusty pennies are delicious? Shame on you.
Well, Captain, should maybe we perhaps follow the trail of blood that I just found?
No, we should go the opposite way.
But what if it's Joseph's?
That means he's in danger, and I don't want to be in danger.
But Arya would be so heartbroken.
Fine, let's go. Throwing things in my face, why don't you?
Carlos smirks as he follows the captain.
Lead the way.
You make your way and it like leads you to like the downstairs portion of this ritualistic chamber. The blood, as you start to go down, starts off very small and then gradually like there's more and more of it until you finally open up into like a clearing area, which would be like the underneath portion of this ritual room. And you see a very large creature off in front of you.
The captain's hanging in the back of the crowd and just kind of licking up the blood.
Who's doing that?
Fuck. Has the creature seen us yet?
Is Lindy doing that?
No.
Oh god.
Maybe.
You're gonna love this part.
Oh god.
What'd you say, Sarah?
Has the creature seen us yet?
No, it has like its back to you. It's kind of like hunched.
Is there anywhere for us to hide so that we can kind of like peek and see what's going on?
Uriah's definitely gonna hop into the shadows.
There's a couple of tables, like ritualistic, exam tables that you put people on, kind of between the creature and you.
Yeah, Arlo's gonna try to sneak over to the tables. Got a 12 for that stealth check.
As you get close, you step on something, maybe like a vial or something, and it makes like a noise. And it's just like, you hear...
Ooh, what a terrifying growl.
So did it turn and see us, or is there a chance to hide again?
If you're going in the opposite direction, maybe.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace. I know this is a little late, but I forgot I had it.
Thank you, Rhodey.
Everybody gets a +10 on their stealth checks.
I'm gonna walk directly up to this thing and tap it on the back.
Oh.
Excuse me,
Arlo
sir.
asking, it's me asking!
Arlo, make a dex save first to just make sure it didn't notice you before, and then make a stealth check after that.
21 for that deck save.
Okay, yeah, you're able to make another stealth without. So
Stealth
that
plus 10.
21.
Okay. Who else is stealthing up? I know Alindy's not, so I'm not even gonna say it.
I'm gonna stealth.
It's funny because I have a +12 on my stealth, so I could definitely rock this stealth shit.
I got a 25.
I got a 32.
I'm just rolling in. I don't even care at this point.
I want to die. Hey.
Excuse me, Mr. Monster. Are you eating my friend?
And it turns around to you. Make a history check. It's not a very high AC, so, or a difficulty check, so.
Well, 13.
Yep, you pass.
Sweet.
It looks at you, and you see a set of blue eyes staring back at you ferociously.
Oh, hey there, Joseph.
As this werewolf kind of like turns to you, and as it turns, in its arms is this very bitten into Mei Li. You were eating Mei Li
I was wondering why this blood tasted so sweet, brother. Thank you for doing what I have always dreamed of. You know, this could grow our brotherly bond.
Make a dexterity check.
Grab Mei Li and blink us the fuck out of here.
I got a 13. Yay!
You watch as this claw.
I was
just,
giving
like,
you guidance. That was my guidance.
claws down at you. Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
Oh god.
I'm so excited about this.
You suffer 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it just like yeets you. I need you to make a either acrobatics or athletics check to see if you're thrown back 15 feet.
22.
Okay. You're able to like brunt it off, and the hit.
Oh, you wound me, brother. Literally. And after I gave you a compliment, how rude.
Everyone that's not a Lindy, make a perception check.
Give myself guidance.
Can I cast Speak with Animal?
12.
Sure, if you want to talk to your brother, that's
Yeah, I want to talk to him.
14.
Okay.
A D4. 3 is 17. 17.
Out of the group of you, Brody, you're able to see kind of off in the distance. There's this vial, circular vial, kind of like hovered in like the corner of the room, and inside the vial is like the image of this full moon, kind of like glistening.
I'm going to
Destroy it!
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray at it
Okay.
to destroy it.
Roll to hit.
That would be a 30.
Okay. It shatters. Everyone in the room make a dex save.
24.
Okay.
Well,
11.
Natural 20.
Okay. Everyone that rolled below an 18 suffers 22 points of... What kind of damage is this?
Oh, shit, maybe this wasn't such a good
Bludgeoning
idea.
damage, and then half for everyone that passed.
didn't this guy say no combat?
And you
Wait,
watch...
what was how much?
11 for
or
half.
22 if you got
Okay.
18 or higher, it's 11, and below 18, it's 22.
What kind of damage was it?
Bludgeoning. You watch as the vial shatters, and this swirling like mist rapidly like fills the room, and like bursts out, hitting into all of you, shattering like vials and other things within the room.
I would
Before
have thought that
the-
Scorching Ray would have totally incinerated that.
well, it incinerated the vial, which was like containing it.
And then caused an explosion.
And then you all see as this like moon kind of like fades out of existence.
I should have drank it.
Hindsight's 2020.
What are you saying to your brother?
Is he still a werewolf? Because if he's not, it doesn't really matter at this point now, does it?
What were you saying to your brother before the vial got shattered?
I'm so proud of you.
Oh my god!
So I'm not even gonna respond to that. You watch when this vial like shatters, the visage of Joseph kind of like hunches down, and slowly he reverts back to a naked version of himself holding this bloodied melee.
How indecent.
Oh, Lindy. And he kind of like goes to a knee and like drops and hunches over and passes out.
Oh, he's asleep.
Go to sleep.
Well-
go to sleep.
Well, I guess we better get him out of here. What should we do with Maylee's body?
Well,
We can just leave it.
she's not dead. Hold on. I'm going to...
Checks pulse, no pulse. Oh, she's dead. Let's leave now. Let's leave now.
Uriah's gonna like take off like his cloak and like wrap Joseph up in it, like cover him up and like throw him over his shoulder.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds again because we all took a lot of damage.
Be
Okay.
gentle with him. He's a hero.
god.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, it's glitched. Okay, so everybody gets 19 points of healing, including melee, Captain.
Oh, fine.
As soon as
I
you say
guess we
that,
can save her.
As soon as you say that, you watch as Melee's eyes kind of like slowly open. And she looks up and sees Alindy near her.
Oh, god damn it. I see where this is going.
Alindy?
What do you want?
What happened?
Oh, it's a good question. You didn't die.
Lindy saved you, madam.
No! I did not. I did not
Oh, he
save anyone.
certainly did, Miss Melee. He came
Oh,
down here to
card
save
game.
you.
Hello.
Just
Back
payback
to
for
the
the card game.
He was so distraught, Miss Melee.
Oh, Arlo, do you want to go back to the kennel?
I'm sorry, Captain. Did you say something?
Kennel.
I've never seen such heroics.
Oh, I can send both of you to the kennel.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
Captain, you
it's-
shouldn't. Captain, you shouldn't deny your benevolent nature.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be personal.
Snaps and we go back to the real world.
You try and snap yourself back, but you're still like in this ritual room.
Well, that's a problem. Am I
No
taking
kidding.
any damage for attempting?
Do you want to take damage?
Why would you
I
remind him?
mean,
Constitution save. Here we go.
Oh god!
well, that sucks. 11.
Oh no. Rhodey's like, if you do not stop taking damage, I'm going to fucking destroy you. You take 22 points of
Oh my
psychic
god!
damage to the brain noggin. As
I
you
am
see,
visibly-
as everyone looks as like Alindy like sighs heavily from the pain and like just a trickle of blood comes down his nose.
Well, that didn't work as expected.
Now, Captain, don't work too hard now.
Oh, when have I ever worked too hard?
Apparently, right now.
Oh, that's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yes, you did
from
make
those-
saving her look so easy.
I
Oh,
know, didn't he?
I will kill all of you.
Do it.
I can't right now.
Oh gosh, this is so good.
I'm not as well.
You can't make this shit up. So Melee like makes her way to her feet, kind of using Alindy as like a crutch to help her up.
Hmm.
Oh, look at
Alindy,
that. Such a gentleman.
The last thing I remember, we were in the cellar room, the kitchen.
Yes. And then you were abducted, and Rhodey and Arlo and Uriah heroically saved you while I did absolutely nothing.
Oh no, the captain led the charge.
Nope, I don't have any magic power left. See the blood running down my nose? I just couldn't do anything. I was
Because he used
completely
all
worthless.
of his strength
No!
to save you, Miss Melee.
And Melee like smiles and she looks over at Alindy and just like gives him a kiss on the cheek.
Oh, how
Melee.
cute.
Well, I don't know how to get out of here, and I can't get out of this situation, and this is the worst day of my life.
So DM, is this just like one big room? There's no like hallways leading away or portals or anything?
No, not for this area. There's a bunch of different vials and other scriptured symbols put around the room.
I'd like to try to read anything.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Let's see. What
Same.
You can see.
I can read everything.
You have read everything eyes?
Yeah. I mean, I do now. I just admitted them.
Oh my gosh. I'm like,
Actually,
do
I'm
I need to
gonna.
look at your character sheet or-
I'm gonna. Oh no, I can't read everything, but I can
Oh.
read a lot. I can read Celestial, Common, Druidic, Infernal, and Primordial.
Okay.
Wait, you said there's something to read? I think I have something. Hold short. I have comprehend languages I can cast.
There you go. I was looking for that.
Boom! Casting comprehend language.
That's a language. It's not. It's not reading.
I'm pretty sure it is.
No, it's not. You'd have to
Sure
hear someone
counts.
say it, and you can understand it. Read the words.
Ah, that's gay.
So in Abyssal,
Oh. I
Nice.
have that.
Yes. Oh, I don't
Oh.
have that.
go on. It's
I
like
have
yes. Oh wait.
Why do I have
No,
oh,
I didn't
I know
say
I
that.
have that. Never mind. Uriah is shocked to find out that he can read Abyssal.
And I would love to see your character sheet. But he's locked all our character sheets. We can't see each other's character sheets.
It's almost like y'all are real people, and you have to find out the hard way.
Uriah, can you read this? It looks like Abyssal.
Well, I don't think I know how to read. Wait a
Well-
minute.
As you get closer, the words, while maybe foreign to you initially, you are able to make sense of them. It foretells of various ritualistic things that happen here, some of which you're probably familiar just from being with Vladimir and his family. However, when it comes to like the lock that's probably keeping you here, you come across the wording that says 1 for 1, lost to none.
Does that mean we have to sacrifice someone?
1 for 1, lost to none.
Maybe it means we have to sacrifice someone, but it's not really a loss. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
As Alindi's like dagger behind melee.
Holding dagger to just right behind her neck, just with a smile on his face. You mean we
One
have to
for
sacrifice
one.
one person?
1 for 1, lost to none. 1 for 1.
Well, I can't quite make much sense
Ca-
of it.
Is there anything else around written in that? Is that just like a glyph or something?
It's just like a kind of like a rune against one of the walls that you see.
Anything happen if I like touch it or anything?
Do you want to touch it?
Of course.
I'm touching it. Volunteers tribute.
Both of you make a dexterity save.
Oh, damn it. 22.
17. I'm rolling with my real dice. Screw these dice.
So Alindi gets there first, and he touches it. Alindi, make a intelligence saving throw.
A solid 5.
Nice. In that instant, visions start to like shoot into your noggin. I don't know why you're touching all this stuff when you've already been injured. But anyways,
I'm
start
about to
see
die.
all the different types of rituals that took place in this place, different sacrifices that they have made, all the different females that the Blood Wolf Queen has tried to use to counteract the curse to Joseph, all the people that Vladimir has tried to usher away and kind of like save in the process. All of this is just like downloading into your brain in a very fast amount of time. What has only been like a couple of seconds of touching this thing feels like a couple of years worth of knowledge just like downloading into your brain. And bonus, you take damage. Another 14 points of psychic damage erupts into your head as it causes you to like shoot out from touching this rune against the wall. Your head doesn't feel too good. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Shaking, sweating.
But everyone, y'all are all able to see this. Not like the things that Alindi saw, but...
Wow, Captain, you do not look good at all.
Yeah, I think it's time for me to rest.
What happened, Elindi?
That's a good question. Did I realize anything about the little quote on the wall?
Yes, more or less. You know that it went back far enough to when Vladimir initially bound this realm to the manor.
Mm-hmm.
You have in you the ritual that would need to take place to kind of recreate. You're just not sure if you have it in you to survive the effort.
Oh, I don't. But I'm gonna do it anyway!
Oh my god. So Alindi starts to like frantically write down like runes and other things on a piece of paper.
Before he does that, I'm going to do something to buff him. I've got to find it right quick.
I'm still frantically writing runes, so he's got like however long you give him to find this.
He's like...
Care to explain what you're doing, Captain?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry. All will be well. All will be well.
Captain, I am deeply terrified of your mental state right now. Could you please care to explain to the crew what you're doing?
Oh, you'll see. I'll show you.
I'd rather you just explain it.
But that would be no fun. You would ruin the surprise.
And by the second, Alindi, as you're furiously writing down this ritual, you're noticing that the memories are starting to fade at like a very rapid pace. So if you aren't fast enough, you might not get it all.
All right, I'm going faster.
Okay, I'm gonna just touch, use one hand as he's writing. I'm gonna stand behind him and touch his shoulder and say, I know that you can handle this, Captain. And I cast guidance. But at the same time, I also, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. How bad does he look? Like, he looks pretty bad.
If there was a half of Alindi out there, he would definitely be a representation of it.
All right, then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Let me rephrase. I just refreshed his character sheet. If there was a third of Alindi out there,
he is struggling to breathe right now. He's
All
like,
right.
you can't make this up, folks.
I'm gonna bonus action call for Celise, because whenever she's out, I get an extra D8 to healing.
Okay.
And so she's gonna be standing there next to me, or floating there next to me. And so I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level. 3d8 plus 5, please be big. Oh, that's nice. Plus... So you get 31 points of healing.
all right, I'm a 2/3 of a Lindy.
It's a me, 2/3 Alindi. You finally are able to finish this spell. Okay.
And you have guidance.
Are you ready for
I was
this?
looking for bless, but I was like, oh yeah, that's a cleric spell. I don't have that cleric spell.
Are you ready for this, Lindy?
Yeah, let's do it.
I need you to make an Arcana check.
You have guidance, and I'm going to
Oh.
guidance you every time.
All right, what does it give me? An extra?
D4.
We'll just say max guidance, so you'll get an extra 4 to all your rolls.
All right.
Bodhi's like focusing her energy.
13 on Arcana.
Okay, next history.
Where you at? History. There you are. 14 on history.
Okay, next insight. We all know how insight what the captain is.
20 on insight.
Okay. Next is medicine.
Eight on medicine, or no, 12 on medicine.
Okay. Follow up with sleight of hand.
23.
Survival.
10 on survival.
And your captain check.
Oh, these fucking rolls have gone.
Wow, he rolled a 1 on his captain check.
So you say, yeah, but you still get a 17.
Yes, it doesn't mean it doesn't make it any better. It was a nat 1.
The critical failures are only nat ones in attacks.
I mean, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, that is spectacular.
So,
All right.
you all are watching as Alindi is speaking in a language that none of you know. You're not even certain it is a language at this point. As he is speaking it, the room is rapidly starting to spin around it. You are all stationary where you are. However, if you were to look, just the background around you is like rapidly spinning around, and he's speaking these words. There's different enchantments and runes kind of like popping out of this area where he wrote all these scriptures, and suddenly everything stops.
Is Uriah still no Uriah is holding Joseph. I'm just gonna reach over and I'm gonna grab Maylee's hand. And I'm going to say, it's okay. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I've come to expect the weird when it comes to the captain.
Brody, I think weird is an understatement.
Well, I think we'll be okay though. He's pulled us through some scrapes. I think we can handle this.
I hope so.
I worked for a bloody vampire and I never got this weird.
The moment
Well,
everything stops, Alindi, you hear in your voice, so is it mercy or death?
please say fucking mercy.
Quick question. Is it my mercy or my death?
Mercy or death?
Death!
Oh my god.
Respect.
I swear I'm not gonna fucking I'm not gonna fucking lesser restoration your ass. I'm not gonna have any spell slots to fucking do it.
Why would he choose anything else? This is a Lindy, sir?
Yes, but you fucking you reaped the consequences once. I get it. Actually, this will be the third time you've done it.
Welcome to the dumpster fire.
So you all watch in horror as these bright beams of energy all manifest in front of everyone in the room. And just as you are like staring down death's door, they all merge over in front of Alindi and strike down on him. Alindi?
I immediately fall onto him and try to protect him.
Too late, fam squad. Him's dead.
Alindi, make a death saving throw.
You're still guidanced. A death saving throw is an ability check, isn't it?
Oh, I got a 19.
Ah, you should be good. Make another death saving throw.
All right, hang on. He gave me guidance. Let's. 16.
Okay. Make another death saving throw.
Uh-oh. This is gonna be bad.
It's okay. 2 out of 3. You're good.
14.
Plus,
Make another death saving throw.
plus the 4.
It's like he's looking for a magical number.
4.
So that's 18 on the last one.
But a 4 on this one.
So 8. Okay. Make another death saving throw.
Goodness gracious, you are so dead.
6. So
Plus
10.
4 is 10.
Make another death saving throw.
At this point,
11.
Okay. Another one.
I mean, at this point, I'm going to cast.
18.
Okay. So you watch as these energy beams just like shoot through Alendi one after another. Just every shot that was supposed to hit all of you is now going into him.
See,
And-
you. If I'd have chose Mercy, y'all'd have been fucked.
No, it would have been spread out among us.
Yeah, they would have had to make one death save.
All right. How much damage did I take?
$20 points.
Oh, that wasn't so bad.
As you finally like fall to one knee, looking at everyone in the room. Vision's kind of blurry, to be expected. But from what you can tell, it worked.
So now I can take us out of here.
Well, actually, we can just climb up the ladder now, right?
Yeah, essentially it's bound back to the manor. So there's that cellar hatch.
So is that the 1 for 1? 1 ray of death per person?
I'm a
One-
benevolent god.
one
okay?
for
How do
one,
y'all
all
have
for
a
none?
Self-sacrificing captain. That's the question I need to know.
1 for 1, all for none. Is that what it said?
Yeah, so everybody gets one shot, and nobody gets all of them, or one person gets all
It
of
was
them.
1
and
for
nobody
1
gets
lost to none or something like that.
Yeah. I'm a benevolent god.
Look at me, I'm a Lindy, I am your god. Bow to me.
I think it's time we get out of here and
Well,
go
it is
rest.
natural that he would have the Messiah complex. I mean, he's the fucking ruler of the fucking Shadow Realm.
gosh.
His mother's the fucking demon lord. Not technically, but she's just as
And he
bad.
has people calling him captain. So
I told you I'm a benevolent god. I have
Oh.
taken all of your pain on thee.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Good
Alindy's
job,
climb-
Captain.
As soon as
Alindy's
y'all-
climbing out and fucking go on to rest,
As
man.
soon
He
as
needs this.
Alindy tries to move, he collapses. Just
Oh, Captain, you are. When I said you looked bad before, you look god awful now.
and you see no response from him.
Oh dear.
All right, on that note, I have to go.
Okay.
Love you guys.
All right, Captain helps him up. Let's go.
can somebody check his pulse?
It's there. It's faint, but it's there.
I think we should just get him back to the ship.
That's probably the best place for him.
Can any of
Frank,
us jump out of? Are we still in the shadow realm or wherever?
No,
You all, with assistance, are able to get everyone out back into the manor, and if you would like to leave out and go to the ship, y'all could do that as well.
How much time has passed? It hasn't been too long, right?
No, it's only like 11 o'clock.
By the way, I mean, I think that 26 points, the second time I cast mass cure wounds would have also got um, Joseph and Mei Li. So
Yeah, Joseph's just like passed out. He's not unconscious or anything, or incapacitated, I should say.
all right. Yeah, let's all head back to the ship. I guess we should probably take Mei Li with us. We have plenty of beds. I just feel safer on the ship. I don't know this island. Uriah, I know you do, but
You've read my mind, Rhodey.
you're part of the crew now, Uriah, so I think
One of us.
I think that you're
Well,
welcome
my
to stay
service
here.
is to Joseph for now.
And
but
Joseph
we shall
has
see.
joined the crew, at least in name, if not, well, he joined the crew, and I think he's going to stick with us for the most part until the end of this year. But we'll find out if you want to bring him aboard as well, and you can tend to him there.
Alright.
You watch as Uriah takes the lead, taking Joseph in his arms to go to the ship. Arya in direwolf form, Arlo following behind. Mei Li, just out of curiosity, is also following.
And I'm carrying the captain.
And as you have the captain in your arms, Rhodey, you hear in your mind, Rhodey, my dear, what are you doing? And the voice sounds familiar to you, that of the Blood Wolf Queen.
Right. How did you find me?
I have my ways.
I'm just trying to survive.
Do you care to catch me up? Perhaps I can help.
Well, I've come to learn that maybe you're the hindrance to the survival of many.
What makes you say that?
Just the things that I've learned over the last month. I know you brought me in and you were teaching me a thing or two when I came to this plane. But I started to get the feeling that maybe I was just being used by you as a tool, and there was no sincerity behind your mentoring me.
Well, I am sorry that you feel that way. I always thought of you as a daughter. When I found you, you were alone. I'd assume scared. I thought perhaps if we were together, we would be stronger.
I did learn a lot from you. I did. And I won't deny that.
I still have a lot to teach, I would think.
But why? Why are you murdering innocent children? To sacrifice them? I feel like you weren't always evil. I thought I saw some good inside of you.
Evil's a subjective word, my dear. You will find that a lot of people do things that can be considered evil for things that they find important. The things I find important are my sons.
I understand that. But you've sacrificed so many innocent children, these innocent girls.
Tell me, Rhodey, are we much different? Your new friends. What would you do to ensure that they are living.
I would sacrifice myself, but I would not sacrifice innocence.
Well, perhaps we are different there. But not much else, I'm afraid.
I think you could have sacrificed yourself and saved your children.
If that was an option, I would have done it. I assure you this. I was not exactly dealt the best of hands.
I don't deny that that is probably true. Like I said, I know there was good in you. I saw it. But it's almost like you are of two minds.
The good in me was there at one point. But that only was because of his fortune. Because he showed mercy for me. And when he died, that good died as well. For it was the only thing that protected me from the darkness. The darkness I now keep. And I will do anything
What if
to bring him back.
you had a willing sacrifice, would you leave everyone alone? Would you stop the sacrifice of the innocents?
Potentially, I would like to say. However, things are a bit more complex than that. And don't think for a moment that I was molding you to be my next sacrifice. That's not the case. There's a lot of things at play here, Rhodey.
Oh, I know that I was not to be your sacrifice because I'm too powerful for that. You would not waste that opportunity. But I could no longer be a part of anything that evil. And that day, it's odd that there's a day that will come in about 11 months. And you may understand how this works more than I. Where we all died. Including me, the me that is with you now, and not the me that you're talking to.
Yes. I believe I know what you're talking about.
I mean, that was the day in my past, but I know that it is also a day in my future. And it's extremely confusing, and I'm just trying to do what I can to help these people that have come to be my friends. They deserve to live, including your son. I would do anything to help him. Both of them.
Well, it does me well to know that you're looking out for them, Rhodey. However, be very careful. Because in nearly a year's time, something will happen, whether you want it to or not. And maybe you'll see it before it actually does, and you'll have a chance to fix it. However, there's a much darker outcome to that day, then perhaps you know.
I know that our deaths were not the only one that happened that day. But I don't know of this dark outcome that of which you're speaking. What are you referring?
The thing that haunts me, that now falls to the responsibility of my son, Alendi,
The Shadow Realm.
is something that no one is prepared for. And
I believe in him.
much as I believe in Alendi and his capabilities, I do not believe he alone has the capabilities of stopping what will manifest.
This manifestation, is it coming from the Shadow Realm?
In a way, yes.
There's a being there that is somehow tutoring him, preparing him to rule. And Lindy has great powers there. Why did you give them up? I know that they were once yours.
You said there's a being in this Shadowfell realm.
Yes.
To whom are you referring?
I can't remember his name, DM.
I don't know if she ever told y'all, but she's the Mind Flayer Svam, S-V-A-M.
Yeah. Yes, it's a mind flare. We've spoken on several occasions, but Lindy stays in regular communication with her through a little gazer named Itch.
It's just not a threat. If
Are you saying that's...
Itch could be the key? The woman, however, if she's who I believe she is, Alindy is not safe.
Why is she preparing? Why is she helping and she's claiming to prepare him for rule? That he is to be the Shadowfell King.
Yes. I believe they are preparing him. They
Why did you...
need a vessel. Someone. To help.
Why did you give up that title, that authority, those powers?
A lifetime ago, I thought Alindy had perished. I thought everything had perished. His father, consumed in fire. What I did not know is that on that day, a child was born. One with special gifts, much unlike mine. She would grow up, more or less destined to protect that place. However, she's no longer there.
What was her name?
Her name is Coffee. Well, I guess I would actually pronounce it whatever her actual name is. Sarah, what is her name? Sarah's like broken.
I knew this was coming too.
What's
I
her
knew
real
it.
name? Oh, you're muted. Sorry.
Azaleth.
Her name is Azaleth. Rhodey.
I don't recognize that name.
It's fine. What's important, though, is Alindy is
Wait, did
not
I hear
safe.
mention of? Oh wait, never mind. We don't hear any of this.
Yeah, it's all in Rhodey's brain noggin.
Azaleth. Okay. Because I would have heard coffee, but not Azaleth.
Yeah.
I would have heard, right. Okay. What is her role? What is her purpose?
She is the one that could save Alindy, if she so chooses. She's very special.
Do you mean in a sacrificial way?
No, I think the power she possesses is that of rebirth, of second givings.
That is special indeed. I'm having a hard time trusting you right now.
Which you
Like-
rightly should.
If you can find me like this, did you know I was there that day? In that town?
Yes, as well as the next, with the cat. But it's fine, Rhodey. I don't expect you to trust me.
Then I'm worried. I'm worried that what you're doing is you're lying to me, and that coffee is somehow the key to stopping you. And if I lead you to her, then you will destroy her.
Again, there's many things at play here. If I had the time, I would be able to show you. However, I do not think that is an option. And the best I can do is just hope that in the next days and year to come, you put the pieces together yourself.
Then I'll ask you to stop tracking me. Trust me that when I tell you that I will do whatever I can to protect your children. Let us find our way. I'll tell you this though, your son hates you.
Yes,
At
he does.
least one of them does.
Again, that's
and I
to
think
be expected.
it's-
Alindy feels that he's been abandoned his entire life. And for all intents and purposes, he has.
Right, he has good reason to hate you. And I hate the things you've done, and you're an awful person.
To me,
You
yes.
may- You
However,
you had your reasons. I understand that, but that doesn't make them any less evil. Those
true.
actions.
It's hard to word things in a way that you yourself would be able to understand. But my choices, the things I did not do of joy or malice. I did out of necessity. Because if I did not do any of those things, if I did not try, the one you hold in your hands, the one that you just went to save, both of my boys would be gone. And there's almost no convincing a mother to give up on her children. And sure, there may have been different ways, but again, I was not dealt a fair hand. There was no good given to me. I was cursed from the moment I took my first breath in this world. That is not something that anyone should be given. And I will continue to do what I need to keep my family safe. However, do know that the person you are talking to right now is not the me of the past, the me that you met the other day. It's the me that watched you burn, the one that left you there. It's the me of the future.
Holy shit. You can reach through time and track me, and you can also my brain hurts.
As it should. This is not something that happens to everyone.
Well, then you know what we're doing is necessary
It's why
Both-
I haven't stopped you.
for the survival of your children. It's necessary.
Also why I haven't stopped you. And while my past self may not be as aware,
So your past self isn't tracking us. It's just you.
everything as it should be. Again, do not think I left you on that dumpster fire to your death, my dear.
But we did die
Yes, you did.
at your hand.
That also is true. I am not denying any of this. However, I am in the possession of knowing that death is not always the end.
Did you send? I can't remember his name. DM.
Calamar?
Yeah.
No. However, he responded exactly like I knew he would. And you can thank Arya and Arlo for that. Because he is friends to them. Now, if he did not exist, that day would have went slightly different.
Let me ask you this. If I'm to trust you from the future timeline, that you are not going to hinder us, am I to trust you that is on my present timeline?
I believe the rules that Calamar put into place are there for a reason. If you were to encounter the old me, I am not exactly sure how I would respond. Though,
Well, I know that we're certainly not ready to battle you again.
Unbattling might not be your only option.
Well, I certainly don't trust you at this moment, and I absolutely don't trust your old self.
So
And that is the self that I was with at the time.
I'm not trying to sway you, my dear. I am merely speaking to you now to wish you good luck. Because I hope that with your efforts and my son's efforts and everyone's efforts, that there is a happy ending to all of this.
And what does that happy ending entail?
For me, I would hope it would be peace. For
No more sacrificing little girls.
well, yes. But I think I don't have to worry about that anymore. The girl I spoke about. The one that was born.
Yes.
She has found Joseph. They share a link.
Do you mean coffee?
And as you say that, you can feel like the presence of her mind kind of like fade from you. And you're there standing. And you look in front of you, and it's almost like a moment hasn't passed as everyone is making their way towards the airship, and you have Alindy in your arms.
I'm going to stumble and go down to my knees holding the captain and just suck in a huge breath, like gasp.
Arlo and Maylee would have been close enough to like notice you not following, things of that nature. Are you okay, Bodhi? Do you need me to carry Alindy? I could just Misty Step us. Well, no, I can Misty Step myself. Never mind. I can teleport us, for sure.
Either that or I can take. You've done a lot today.
I think that would be best right now.
Maylee and Arlo make their way over and kind of like help get Alindy out of your arms.
Can Arlo kind of see that Rhodey's a bit
Make a insight check.
21.
Can Arlo notice? Can Queen notice that her whole world's just like shattering by piece? I told you you're not ready, sweetie.
I already told
21,
you I wasn't.
Yeah, you can notice like something's up with Rhodey. Like
Rhodey, something on your mind?
Maylee like looks between you two and she's like, I'll
I
get
just-
Alindy to the ship, and she kind of like vanishes with him and teleports away.
I need a glass.
Am I further ahead as well?
You notice that Maylee appears in front of you as you arrive on the ship with Joseph. With Alindy in her arms.
I need to rest. Let's go to the ship.
Do you need me to carry you?
No, I can walk. It's a long story. I'll have to explain it all, but I can't do it more than once. It's too much. Let's just get to the ship.
All right, come on. And he helps Rhodey to the ship.
Okay. And on that note, we are going to take our 10-minute break. We're going to finish out here right after and see how this second part
We will return.
Be right back. I can hear myself on the thing. Yay! Totally didn't just do some stuff. Okay. So you all make it back on the ship. What would you like to do?
Arlo is gonna
And it's
make
roughly
sure.
like 11:15 at night.
Arlo's gonna make sure, like he pours her like a fucking glass of fucking ale or whatever, hands it to her. You gonna be all right?
I'll be all right. Thank you for this. And she'll just like upend it. And she doesn't even normally drink alcohol. Normally she drinks this bubbly fizzy beverage flavored with ginger root.
Arlo kind of like raises a brow. I take it whatever's going on's got you pretty rattled.
I really only want to explain it once, and I'd rather wait for the captain to be here. But I don't know if everything's gonna be okay. I don't know how I feel now. It was that Elindy's mother contacted me.
Wait.
As you start to speak there, Rhodey, Itch just appears and like sits on your left shoulder, and just like looking.
Hey, Itch. I spoke to someone recently.
I don't know if I'd be in there with them, but I was gonna make sure Joseph was okay, wherever everyone is.
Okay. You don't know any part of the ship. You've never been on it before, and it's all relatively new to you. Maylee's kind of the same way. She has.
Okay.
We're in the.
I didn't want to jump into the RP. I just wanted to know if I was gonna hear whatever they're gonna talk about.
Yeah, I would assume that we kind of all like went to the kitchen bar area, the dining area.
Y'all have gotten Alindy to his room and then Joseph to his, and kind of met back up in this bar area. Uriah and Maylee and everyone's kind of there, and then Itch is on your shoulder.
Itch.
Yeah.
I spoke to someone who you might be acquainted with, or at least had been acquainted at some point.
Ooh, I like acquaintances.
Elindy's mother.
Oh, yes.
And did you serve her at one time?
Yeah.
Do you still serve her?
No, I serve Alindy.
Okay. Well, for the last, seemed like 20 minutes before I collapsed on the way out here, she was speaking to me in my head. And at the end of that conversation, it was like I hadn't taken a single step. And then I just got dizzy and couldn't explain what just happened. But I spoke with Blood Wolf Queen, but not the one from this timeline. The one from our timeline. The one that destroyed the dumpster fire and dropped it on that restaurant, that tavern.
Yeah, and what the hells did she want?
It was almost as if she wanted to explain herself.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
she
right
did.
now.
Go ahead.
Whatever she told you, I don't think we should believe a word of it.
I don't trust her. Don't think for a minute that I trust her, but she didn't deny the evil that she had done. She just said she had done it for good reason, at least in her own eyes. And I believe that to be true. She really wants her son back. And she didn't, and I believe this to be true as well, that she didn't abandon him knowingly. And I don't blame Melindy for the emotions and what he feels towards his mother either. She's an evil woman, regardless of her motivation.
No kidding.
How come y'all think she's evil? Oh no, everybody froze. Be right back.
About sacrificing children as to why she's evil. I don't know how that correlates, but
Oh yeah, I asked from Itch's perspective, what makes you think she's evil?
And she's sacrificed hundreds, if not more, innocent children. And regardless of her motivation, she's definitely evil.
She cursed an innocent for another's mistake.
Cursed? What do you mean, Arlo?
Kind of shrugs it off. Don't worry about it.
No.
we might need
Insight
to
check.
revisit that later.
Insight check. Guidance.
Insight to your
Guidance, insight check.
deception or deception.
Plus guidance.
Oh yeah, you can tell he's holding back something for sure.
So 28 insight check.
Oof.
Yeah, you didn't even need the guidance. You just
I understand that, Arlo, you and Arya are not. I would assume that you both didn't start out as this alternating direwolf persona that you currently have. Is this her doing?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this is something that I can consider and try to learn something about to try to counteract this curse. I'm fairly certain that my spells can counteract normal curses, but this seems a little more complex than what I've seen and what I've learned about.
I don't know, Rhodey. When she cursed me and my sister, she told me the only way to lift it is either one of us dying or we kill her.
Sounds like a blood curse.
Arlo kind of looks to itch. A blood curse.
Mm-hmm. It's one of her abilities.
Ah. Can you elaborate, friend?
Yes. Well, she has a lot of different abilities, and one of them is blood curses that she can use some of her blood to enchant her abilities, like making it to where you and Arya change places every day at the same time, all the time.
Great.
But she doesn't usually do that. She just normally turns people into or dire wolves because that's a lot easier. Must have been something special about you if she wanted to use a blood curse on you.
Couldn't tell you.
What were you trying to take?
I don't even remember now.
Oh, well, okay.
This does explain a lot, though, as to why
Like?
Arya was not here.
Yes, normally when she's in her wolf state, I normally have her stay back so she doesn't get hurt.
It's very wise. You are a good brother.
So you protect
Well,
Arya?
thank you. Yeah, why wouldn't I? She's my sister.
That's probably why she used a blood curse on you then.
Elaborate?
Well, because you had something that you wanted to protect. When she
So you're
touched
telling
you,
me she's a twisted son of a bitch?
Well, no. If she just turned you into a regular direwolves, you'd be one of her like minions that follow her around all the time. At least now you kind of have free will.
Evil is not so black and white as you think.
Wolves,
I-
direwolves, all those, they have nothing to do but follow the biddings of the Blood Wolf Queen, or whoever's in charge of that sort of thing.
It seems that our queen has a bit more of a heart for family than we expected.
I beg to differ, he says, with this distaste on his tongue.
Regardless, you continue to protect your sister no matter what.
At least now you
Right.
have the option, at least. It could be worse.
Arlo, do you think that you are better able to protect your sister in your normal form or in your direwolf form?
Obviously, my human form. I can't cast spells when I'm a flea bag.
Well, you're a very beautiful flea bag when you're a flea bag.
He kind of smirks. Well, if you say that, I guess it's not that bad.
I love animals. And the direwolf is a very beautiful creature. And yours and Arya's forms, when you're in direwolf form, are both very beautiful.
Arlo goes to say something, but then just holds his tongue and continues drinking his drink.
Well, I seem to have recovered from my little spell, but at any rate, as I was saying, she told me of someone who is the key.
Oh yeah, and who is this person that she spoke of?
Someone who is linked to Joseph. And I got the impression She gave me a name, which I didn't recognize, but I got the impression that maybe it was someone else or someone that we knew by another name. She gave me the name Azaleth, but I got the impression that she was speaking of coffee.
You mean Joseph's girl?
Yes.
Huh.
Did you say Azaleth?
Yes. Itch.
Or was that Mei Li talking?
That was Mei Li, yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yes, Meili. Do you know Azaleth by the name Coffee or Coffee?
I technically know of Azaleth. I have met Coffee. If they're the same person, that kind of checks out.
Do you know why this Azaleth and possibly Coffee would be the key to solving all of this?
Well, if they're the same person, noted if they're the same person, uh, the one known as Azaleth is a special child born in her village, the same village as the Blood Wolf Queen.
Yes, under the special night, the night of the fire, and she was explaining that to me.
Yes.
The night that
she lost Alindi. Well,
yes. Yes.
it would seem that if that's the case, then Coffee has the power to break the curse.
Well, so we
Itch.
think.
Itch.
Yeah.
This person who has the power to break the curse. What would that entail for that person? They wouldn't be required to give up their life, would they? She could just break the curse, right?
Yes. Well, it depends on if the person wants to or not.
Like she
Eh,
could.
And
you
then,
mean
okay, so hypothetically, if she wanted to break the curse,
Oh,
what
yeah,
would
then
she
she
need
could
to
break
do?
the curse.
she has these powers and she knows how to use them?
I wouldn't say she knows how to use them. I don't think anyone's ever broken the curse. Otherwise,
And this would break the curse on the Blood Wolf Queen.
yeah, the curse would still be out there. But
But
at least it wouldn't be on the Blood Wolf Queen.
So it would be passed on to someone else?
Eventually. But considering who it is, it would mostly be in her bloodline.
So we would just be creating another Blood Wolf ruler. Probably,
If she
probably-
has kids in the future.
or it could be Joseph, or
Oh no, it's not going to go to Elindi or Joseph. That'd be silly.
why not?
Well, Joseph's already cursed, and then Elindi's Elindi, so.
Are you saying that Alindi has the power to resist the curse?
No, but he's protected by the Shadowfell realm.
But wasn't she also supposed to have been protected by the
She gave
Shadowfell
it up
realm?
because she thought Elindi and Elindi's dad was dead.
Oh, the curse came after.
Yeah. But then Vladimir was able to protect her for a little bit.
And then Alindi killed Vladimir.
So I'm told.
So the curse has nowhere to go.
Again, it'll be in her bloodline.
Could it skip a generation? What if she chose not to have any more children?
Then you would just have to wait for her to die of natural causes.
Could it be if Elindi had children? Or if Joseph had children?
I don't think so.
Arlo kind of like rubs his forehead. Just... All right.
So you say it will be in a bloodline, but the only bloodline that exists, it won't go to them.
Correct.
So it has nowhere to go.
Oh, I guess by those rules, no, it doesn't.
Seems we've found a loophole.
What?
But there's a bigger problem.
What is the entity that bestowed this curse? How did this curse originate?
Oh, what do you mean?
How did she receive the curse?
She got it by being born. And the curse came from something much bigger than her.
Right, that's what I'm asking about.
Oh. That I'm not sure of, sorry.
Why is it just her bloodline that was cursed? Why was she cursed? And why is it just only her?
I don't know. Did you ask her?
No, I'm not gonna bloody ask her.
Oh.
So if Coffee or this Azalith broke the curse, it wouldn't break it forever. It would only break it from her, and it would set in on someone else. But that someone else has to be in her bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
But if the only two remaining members of her bloodline are protected some way, for whatever reason, by the Shadowfell realm, and because the other one's already bloody cursed,
Well,
then
Joseph's not cursed forever. He just has to break the curse. But I don't think he's going to sacrifice anybody, so he's probably going to be cursed forever. Although, technically, his should count as a blood curse as well. So maybe this person.
but his blood curse is from his father's line.
Oh no, it's definitely from the lady.
Oh, great.
It's a werewolf, not a vampire.
This is true. Okay. I'm getting dizzy again.
But the
You
werewolves,
and
Let that
me
happen, I'm on your
both.
shoulder.
Right. I was just a euphemism.
Euphemism.
I'm not really getting dizzy.
Oh,
would
It's
the
just-
werewolves be part of a bloodline? Or is that no? Is that a
werewolves.
no?
They were not part of her bloodline. She created them.
Yeah. Would her creations be bloodline, or is that not it? Not the
Well,
case.
they were not born of her blood, though. She just cursed them.
Who are we talking about?
All of the werewolves that she's created, the
that's the
or
other
the
thing.
dire wolves.
If the curse is broken, probably all of those will turn back into regular people.
Well, that answers my question.
So basically, then what we have to do is to keep Elindi from murdering anyone, trying to get to his mother, convince maybe Coffee, if it is her, to break the curse if she so chooses, to free up all of these cursed people, and then we would have to worry about Joseph. If the curse is broken from her, then Joseph probably would return to lose that curse, but then he would be vulnerable to the blood wolf curse setting in on him. Is that right, Itch?
No.
Then What is the downside? I do not see a downside.
You have to stop the curse from the most earliest point that it is. Well, latest point, sorry. So if you went to the current Blood Wolf Queen and broke the curse, it wouldn't fix it.
I'm really confused again. How would we fix it?
You have to find the most present form of the Blood Wolf Queen. The one that left you to burn.
Oh. That's right. The fucking one that was talking to me.
Mm-hmm. And
So it seems we had time travelers now.
That you have to find the present form of this
Well.
person that can break the curse.
You're not a time traveler, Uriah. You're in your own time. Right?
I do hope so.
DM?
Itch's eyes like look at Uriah. Right?
But the one who spoke to you is from the future?
The one I spoke to is from my timeline.
Well, our
Yes.
timeline.
Oh, you're asking if Uriah is the present Uriah.
Yes. Did he somehow get transported back a year as well? I mean, he wasn't there on the ship when it happened.
I mean,
So you're telling me you are not from this time?
No, we're from a year in the future.
Ah,
We actually, in about 11 months
Will be dead.
from in your time, the roadie from your time, not me, dies in a spectacular crash on board this ship.
And Arya and I burn in the tavern.
We land on them.
I must be more careful who I offer my services to.
Well.
and Itch vanishes from Rhodey's shoulder
Where the hell are you going, Itch?
and appears on Uriah's shoulder. Welcome to the dumpster fire.
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
What is itch, by the way? I don't even know.
What's
He's
the
kind of-
beholder look like?
He's a gazer. He looks like a little beholder with a big center eye, but it has like a jaw and teeth, and the eye stalks they just come out like the top of his head, kind of like hair, like 4 of them.
Okay. So he's
And-
super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, I mean, Arya didn't when she first met him, but they didn't
and
think so.
he
Best friends
he-
now.
They are best friends.
Itch is kind of like the captain's go-between. Anytime the captain has questions about his powers,
His codex.
yes, he doesn't have. Yeah, his codex. Very, very good analogy. Those of us who know of May the 4th and whatnot know of codices. Anyway, he kind of answers any questions that the captain may have about his Shadow Realm powers and authority, so that he doesn't have to go back and forth to the Shadow Realm to ask. You met her a few minutes ago. That Mind Flayer lady.
Were we there too?
We were all there when he pulled us back from that room.
Oh, okay. No, I was unconscious, right?
Oh,
I don't
okay.
Make
I remember
a,
it being fast.
Perception check, everybody.
Using my dice. $15.
17.
13.
You all watch as you're standing there talking, trying to calibrate the best way to move forward. This portal kind of like open up above your heads, and you look up into it. It's like there's wind pulling So like your hair and everything would be like pulling up, but you're still like stationary from where you are. And as you look up into this portal, you see an image of Coffee.
Coffee? I don't know what coffee looks like. I wouldn't.
Yeah, we don't know what she fucking looks like.
And,
Who
Melee,
is that?
who do you? Does anyone know who this is?
And as Meili like looks up, you notice that there's an image of Meili next to Coffee, kind of like giving her a hug, and then the Meili next to y'all like vanishes.
This is too much. This is too much.
Everyone make a dex save.
I was about to say I'm gonna jump up in there, but
Make a what?
Dexterity save.
I'm gonna use my regular dice.
15.
I got it. 18.
Okay.
15 plus 3, 18.
Okay. And you all watch as Coffee and Meili fall down to the ground in front of you, and the portal closes.
The hell?
And that's where we're gonna end it.
Okay, I love you guys. I gotta go.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh yes.
No.
Good.
No. 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 No.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Really got dumped right in the middle of this dumpster fire.
God
Good
damn it.
times.
Coffee was just minding her own fucking business.
Was she though?
She was! Fucking walking around, minding her own business, and then all of a sudden gets sucked into a fucking. Ah, God, you know. Where did the portal even fucking come from?
She wasn't
Find out
ready.
next time. But yes, we will. What will we do? We'll go to the ending screen, and we'll catch you all later, folks. I'm trying to see.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
As Sarah like reevaluates her life and how 3 of her characters are in the same like bubble sphere at the same time.
Oh my God.
It's fine.
Get those role-playing chops ready.
We are gonna raid Superdog because he is playing a video game. Hunt Showdown. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks for getting just as confused as the players are presently. And more confused by the second. And we will see you next time. Okay, bye!